It has been a long road to this point in the season, but we are officially down to 2. It's Game 1 of the World Series between the Cleveland Indians and the Colorado Rockies. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to the World Series here on the show. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, let's take a look at how these two ball clubs got to where they are.
Yeah, and you can see how these two teams stack up. And it's hard to say exactly who you'd give the edge to right now. But it wouldn't surprise me at all if the pitchers were the guys that got the upper hand in this series.
It's the moment these players have been waiting for. Game 1 of the Fall Classic is on the show. And it's coming up next. Back now live as we count down to the start of Game 1. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your Colorado Rockies.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two starters who get the ball here in Game 1. Now a moment here for the Indians starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, EK?
Well, I know these pitchers are going to have to be careful when dealing with Jason Kipnis. He's a catalyst for this offense when his bat is hot. Just needs to keep having good at-bats.
Marcus Stroman gets the call on the mound here at home for Game 1 of the World Series. EK, what do you got?
Well, remember, guys, he's a young pitcher, still garnering a lot of experience, and he has a lot of upside. If he
And with that, let's bring in a look at how the Rockies will line up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric?
Well, guys, we're going to have a real treat in this ball game. You get to watch a shortstop that won the Gold Glove last year. Unbelievable range and an absolute cannon for an arm. Can't wait to watch him make some great plays in this one.
Jason Kipnis will stand in for the first time here in this World Series. And you see the numbers. He's been as hot as anybody around.
Maybe the hottest hitter on the ball club through the first few rounds. If he can keep it going here in the World Series, I think they're going to have a good shot at going all the way.
Underway now tonight as the first pitch is looked at for strike one as we'll get this going a little late at 7:06 tonight.
First pitch, 7:06.
And a fastball just misses. It's 1-1.
Well, that's a good spot for that two-seam fastball. Remember, that'll run away from left-handers, so a good idea to work the outside edge.
Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. And a good pitch there as this is swung on and missed for the first out of the ball game.
And this is a nice way to settle into a ball game. A good slider there for the punch out. That'll help you get in rhythm and get you mentally involved right from the outset.
Francisco Lindor will stand in now for the first time here in this World Series, and he's a guy this club really needs to get going.
Yeah, it's been a tough October for him so far. He just seemed a little overmatched in the games that we've watched. It looks like he's just trying too hard, and sometimes that just puts more pressure on him.
Stroman looks in. First pitch on its way. Fastball in there for a called strike.
And you know what? These days, so many guys are throwing in the high 90s. It makes those mid to low 90s guys look easy. But I'll tell you what, If he mixes his pitches well, it can still be plenty fast to have to deal with.
And that one cut a little too much, a ball and a strike. So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Joe McDonald.
Yeah, Joe has a little bit of a tough strike zone to figure out, guys. It's never too crazy in any one direction, but it's not always as consistent as some people would hope.
And a slider misses here. 2 balls and a strike. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. That's in there, and it'll run the count to full, 3-2. Grounded back up the middle. And that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a 1-out hit.
And you can tell that out there on the mound, he's definitely thinking about back-to-back strikeouts here to start off this ballgame. He gets it to 2 strikes on the number 2 hitter, but then he can't come up with that put-away pitch, and he winds up serving up a 1-out single.
Here's Michael Brantley. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1.
Tonight, borderline calls, you got to be swinging.
Runners off for second. Tap fouled at home plate. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
All right, let's give you a better look here at this 4-pitch sequence on show track. You'll see him get ahead early by working the outer half of the plate. All 3 pitches on the outer half. Then they come on the inner half for pitch number 4, and he's got no answer.
Into the box now, Justin Bohr, as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
And this really is his 1-2 punch.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. 1 left for the Tribe. The Rockies coming up. We've got no score. With that up
in the zone, and you could probably say that almost every day, but this is a great hitter's park. You get something to drive, they end up in the seats here.
Zach McAllister is on the mound here on the road for Game 1 of the World Series. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, guys, what makes him difficult, the fact that he throws 2 different types of fastballs. He's got that 4-seamer, and then he's got that 2-seamer that runs in on the hitter sometimes. Very difficult to attack both.
With a moment now, let's give you a look at how the Tribe stacks up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, this manager loves to do the defensive shifts. So we're going to see a lot of odd formations as the game goes along. I can't wait to see how it works.
Odubel Herrera comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Rockies, second baseman, Odubel Herrera.
Right side. Kipnis is there, and a good throw gets him 1 gone.
Batting second, center fielder, Charlie Blackmon.
Into the box, Charlie Blackmon, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First delivery to him on the way. Pulled toward right center field. Almonte has it in his tracks. 2 down.
Batting third.
And with 2 away here in Game 1 of the World Series, let's give you a little refresher course at the roads these 2 teams took to get where they are tonight. Nolan Arenado gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
High and deep to center field. Almonte racing back. A leap, but he can't bring it back into the park. It's a home run. Nolan Arenado touches them all. His first homer so far in the series, and the Rockies are out to a 1-0 lead.
And this is what you expect when you make it to the postseason. I mean, you expect the guys that have carried you all year to keep on producing, and sure enough, he comes through again and delivers a no-doubter here.
Here's Carlos Gonzalez. As he'll take a look at ball 1. You got to figure that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with 2 out and nobody on all night long.
So would the guy on the mound.
Fastball in there for a strike. 92 on the radar gun that time.
Oh, now there's a location you want right there. If that ball gets hit, you're just going to bang it into the ground all night long.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time.
It's just so hard to lay off that slow changeup. He just did break that swing off in time.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Swung on and chopped up the middle to his left. Lindor, and a bit of a high throw that time, but not much problem over there at first, as that will end the inning. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. We're back with more of Game 1 after this message and a word from our local stations. Yan Gomes makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
Yan Gomes.
Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1. Hard hit toward the hole. Great effort on the dive, but it's through into left.
Batting sixth, third baseman number 7, Juan Uribe.
At the plate, Juan Uribe. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Stroman comes set. Here's the first pitch. He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. Missed low and inside with it. 1-1. A runner at first with no outs here. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, right back to that inside location. When a guy shows you he can't handle a tough slider on the hands, you can bet that guy on the mound, he's going to go right back to that pitch before too long.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
He tried to get him to bite on that pitch, but it was way out of the zone there. It didn't even tempt him. Now he'll need to make a much better pitch here on a 3-2 count.
And he will take ball 4. First and second now with nobody out.
Yep, single and then a walk to start the inning. But this is exactly how big innings get started. So they're set up now to maybe put up a crooked number here.
So stepping in, Abraham Almonte, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. On the ground to short. This could be 2. To second for 1. On to first to complete the double play.
First and second, nobody out. you think you're in a great position to do some damage here in this inning. And then, the one thing that you could not have is the double play, and that's exactly what you get.
Here's Robbie playing. And he powers the cut fastball by him that time, and he's in charge now, 0-2.
And even after the double play, you can still make something out of this inning with a simple base hit here.
Hit hard on the ground to second. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one man left aboard. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. It's the Rockies 1 and the Indians 0. Victor Martinez will lead things off here as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 due up to start the home second.
Victor Martinez.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
2-0 count and the pitch. And that's in there, 2-1.
This is the thing that's so impressive about this guy. He'll show you that good breaking ball, but then he'll run that fastball up the ladder at 92, 93.
Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
And they know full well the threat that this guy poses. So even down 3-1, I can't imagine he's going to get anything that he can drive right here.
Now it's driven the other way with some authority, headed toward the foul pole. And that'll get down out there near the wall. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
Pretty fortunate he was able to keep this ball fair. This is pretty close down the line. You see it winding up, one hopping the wall down there, and that allows him to cruise into second with 2 bases.
Number 27 will get his first cuts here. Grounded to short. Lindor has it. Throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, one away.
Batting 7.
At the plate, Brian Pena. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
You know, and this is his power side from the left side. He's got quite a bit more pop in that bat hitting left-handed.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Smoke toward the hole. Ah, look at Kipnis. Got him.
Wow. Made it look easy. Well, you always talk about wanting a second baseman that's got some good range. Well, try this one on for size. I mean, he's way out there on the outfield grass, but he pulls this one in, pops up to a knee, and then whips that ball over to first to get his man.
Here's Ichiro now. As he'll swing at the first pitch and send one on the ground to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Rockies strand 1. We play 2 innings. It's 1-0. Zach McAllister will step in now as he'll get a chance to swing the bat here in the World Series.
Yeah, and remember, thanks to the National League winning the All-Star game, no DH in games 1 or 2, or 6 or 7 if we go that far.
Stroman steps into the windup. Here's the first pitch. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. And it looks like he'll have extra bases here to begin the third. And a very quick start to the inning here. It's a first pitch double.
Yeah, good chance to get that early run right back. This is a great swing right here. He drives this one all the way out to the wall, and he's into second with a leadoff double.
In is the second baseman, Jason Kipnis. Hard liner toward short. And a dive at short, but he won't be near it as this could wind up as extra bases. Around third and being waved on home. In to score, the runner from second. And they're right back in business again. He's in with a triple.
Boy, that thing had some heat on it, didn't it? I mean, this isn't too deep onto the outfield grass, but it's going to get through and go all the way to the wall. He'll wind up driving in a run as he makes it into third with a triple.
So here's Francisco Lindor now as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. And that's in there for his strike 1-1. The runner in scoring position with none out. And not a real good cut at that slider, and he's behind 1-2. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Swinging a ball hit in the air to right field, and deep back is the right fielder, but he will look up and watch this one sail out of here. A two-run blast to straightaway right field. His first homer here in the series, and it gives the Indians a 3-1 lead.
Boy, that guy on the mound right now is absolutely livid. He knows that he threw way too hittable of a pitch in the situation when he's ahead in the count like that. He should be mad at himself.
Michael Brantley is in for the second time here as he looks at a ball high 1-0. Would you say he's not really finishing his pitches at this point?
That's a good way to put it. It looks like he's aiming a little too much, and that's not working for him.
And he'll break through with a solid knock here, his first of the ball game.
Boy, that guy on the mound right now needs a double play in the worst way. That's 4 straight hits now to start the inning. He just needs something to go his way.
Justin Bour comes to the plate looking to put the ball in play. He went down on strikes last time.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1-0.
And I think that's been a big part of the problem so far. He just can't locate his fastball, especially in situations where he has to.
And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1.
And you kind of get the sense that his head isn't in it right now. You got to put all your concentration into that hitter. You can leave worrying about the pass for your film session tomorrow.
And a pretty good take there on the slider down. It's ball 3. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. There's one on to first, and they get the
down in the strike zone, and that's very tough to elevate. It's going to wind up being an easy double play ball.
Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2.
Yeah, kind of a late decision to swing there. Even if he hits that thing, that might just be a routine fly to right.
Breaks his bat as this one's popped up.
But you take a swing at a pitch like that, you're lucky that you only got sawed off. He's going to have to go find himself another piece of lumber.
Well, he went for the knockout pitch that time, but a good eye, 1-2. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. But they strike for 3 in the inning, 2 on this 2-run home run. We played 2.5. It's now 3-1 Indians. Leading off the inning, Marcus Stroman. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Pitcher, Marcus Stroman.
In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0.
Yeah, a tough situation here. He has the long inning on the mound, and he's got to turn right around and lead off the next half inning.
Can't catch up to that pitch, and it's a ball and a strike. Oh, looked like he was towing an anchor there, 1-2.
Yeah, still a little late with that swing. He's got to get going a little sooner.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
On the mound, he's got to be talking to himself. You know, in the American League, we see DHs like Ortiz and Billy Butler, Michael Young. You're telling me I get to face a pitcher 3 times a game? I could get used to this.
Odubel Herrera will dig in again. He grounded out to start the home first.
And guys, he swung at the first pitch too, and a lot of times you want your leadoff guy to at least see some pitches and make the guy work a little bit.
Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Little chopper back to the mound. Throw gets him, 2 down.
The center fielder, number 19, Charlie Blackmon.
Ready for another chance? Charlie Blackmon. He flew out in his last at-bat. Into the windup and the pitch. Hits it high and deep out to center field. Almonte racing back out of here. She was a wall scraper, but it counts just the same. A home run. So it's a solo shot to dead center. His first homer so far in the series. And the Rocks have made this a 3-2 game.
Well, this place has a reputation as being a launching pad, and it ain't hard to see why. That's already 3 balls that have left the yard so far, and I would doubt sincerely that'll be the last.
Here's Nolan Arenado.
Third baseman, Nolan.
Oh, there it goes. In the air to left center, and you can forget about this one. Back-to-back home runs. So a solo shot here to left center field. His second home run of the game as the Rockies have drawn even now at 3-3.
That pitcher's got to be thinking, how can I throw a pitch like that in this situation? That thing was so right down the middle, it absolutely got hammered, and he knew it as soon as he let go of it.
Here's Carlos Gonzalez. As he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So 2 runs come across here, both coming via the solo home run. On to the 4th now in game number 1. And we are all tied at 3 apiece. Juan Uribe is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Third baseman, number 7, Juan Uribe.
Stroman gets the sign. Here it comes. Liner towards second, but this will be gloved out there at second as he didn't have far to go for the out.
Now batting, Center fielder, Abraham.
Standing
Almonte.
in, Abraham Almonte, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. And here's a fastball called for strike one.
You can tell here, in his mind, he's thinking quick inning. He's not even trying to set guys up. He's coming right after him.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
I think generous is the word here. That looked like it was 6 inches off the plate.
And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Yeah, with the bases empty, that's the right spot for that 0-2 pitch. Make him see if he'll chase that slider.
And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first two are retired here to begin inning number 4.
And this is one of those guys that you can spend all your time in the video room watching what his pitches look like, but until you get out there and see it firsthand, you just have no idea how much his stuff moves around.
Here's Robbie Grossman, as he'll take strike one on the inside corner. Three runs, 6 hits. No errors to this point for the Indians. Down the first baseline, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the Tribe. Through 3.5, we're all even at 3 apiece. Victor Martinez is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
First baseman, Victor Martinez.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike one. The 0-1 pitch. And he goes against the shift there as this is on the ground to the left side.
You talk about a guy who's really stepped it up all throughout this postseason. Here's your man right here. And he's on base again as he leads off the inning with a base hit.
Number 27 will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one. And here's a swing and a foul ball as that was just wide of the bag. Oh and 1, here it comes. And this one's in the dirt. But fortunately here, no advance. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
Just overmatched him there.
Nobody out, runner on first. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Well, some guys use the fastball to get to 2 strikes and then use something else to get you out. Not this guy. He works backwards here and winds up getting him with back-to-back fastballs in the end.
In now, Brian Pena. Swing and a liner. But this is going to get foul. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a line drive. Foul. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. He pulls this one into right. He leaps, but he can't get it. It's down for extra bases.
Boy, a real good effort that time out there in right field. I thought he had a good shot of getting there, but you see the leap comes up just a little short, and that's going to allow this guy to make it up to second here with a double.
Here's Ichiro now. Low with a fastball here. In the dirt even. It's ball one. Both teams with 6 hits so far. Swung on and missed. 1-1.
Boy, and right here, just a ground ball is going to get you a run. And more than that, it gets you the lead in this game. So you've got to find a way to put that ball in play.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. And now a slider in on the hands, and he's lucky that one didn't come and get him.
Well, one thing he's shown so far, he's not afraid to work inside.
Yeah, with that base open right now, he shouldn't have to be afraid. If you do hit him, big deal. Get the next guy.
Squared that one up just a little late. Two and two count. Here it comes. And he lays off a pitch off the plate and high. 3-2. Good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 3-2. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
Now there are 2 ways you can go here as a pitching coach, so he's got to make a judgment call out there. He knows what buttons to press with each of his pitchers. Well, some guys you've got to reassure and be very positive with.
Marcus Stroman is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Now some movement in the Tribe bullpen as a right-hander starts to loosen up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. No movement on base. It's ball 1. A little over anxious that time as it's a ball and a strike. It's going to take a lot of guile to work out of this one.
Well, he's got plenty in reserve. This would need to be a magic act, no doubt.
Out in front of a fastball as this is ripped down the left field line. That's going to be a fair ball. And the runner from third crosses the plate. It's a 4-3 game.
Helping his own cause right there, and no need to wait for the RBI guys to drive him in. He says, you know what? I can be an RBI guy too. That's a great at-bat right there, and that drives in a run.
Odubel Herrera will stand in again. A couple of groundouts for him on the ledger in his 2 trips so far.
Yeah, just sort of rolling over on it, guys. See if you can make a small adjustment and get through one here.
Here's the first pitch to him. And a changeup here misses off the corner to start him out. It's ball 1. You know, you start to worry that maybe this already has the makings of a short outing.
And that's not what that man right there wants to hear. He'd hate to have to make a change this early, but he might have to.
Oh, that's well hit. Deep center field. Almonte going back at the track. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning. But the throw will be well up the line as he scores easily.
Now, I'll tell you what, guys, he did not miss a grand slam by a whole lot. He'll wind up getting the sacrifice fly in the RBI, but you see just how close this ball came to getting out of here.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Seems like they're showing a lot of faith in this guy, leaving him out there.
And I think you appreciate that as a pitcher, but sometimes when you don't have it, you don't have it. Looks like this is going to be one of those times.
In the air now out to left field. Brantley is under it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. Rockies lead it 5-3. Leading off the inning, Zach McAllister, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And you know, guys, it's never fun to have your pitcher leading off an inning for you in this situation. But hey, who knows? Maybe you'll get lucky.
First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. The pitch count there, 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
Swung on and missed. 1-2 now. Boy, tough enough to be an American League pitcher swinging the bat as it is. How about having to deal with pitches like that?
One word, Matty, unfair.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
Yeah, I think the only surprise there was that it took him 4 pitches to strike out instead of 3. Hey, made him work a little.
And is the second baseman, Jason Kipnis, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. One pitch is a slider that's cut on and missed for strike 2.
Yeah, that's in a great spot, too. Just hard, late movement working down and in.
Breaking ball there is down. Good job of laying off. It's back to 2-2. Hard hit at third. Arenado's got it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
The batter, shortstop, Francisco.
Striding in once again, Francisco Lindor. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Yeah, he absolutely crushed it earlier, so let's see if he can get into another one in this at-bat.
Stroman's ready. Here's the 1-0. Comes back with the cutter and gets it by him. 1-1 now.
And it looks like he's rebounded pretty well from that rough inning a couple innings back. He put up a 0 last time, and he's close to doing it again.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Good late break to the slider. 87 on the gun there. It's 1-2. 2-2 now with 2 away and the bases empty. And this is in the air down the left field line and into foul territory. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Indians go down 1-2-3. They're still down 5-3. Nolan Arenado stands in again here with 2 home runs already to his name in this one.
And you know what, Matt? He's just made it look so easy out there. I think they've got to change their approach right here. Use some caution or something.
Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit to third. Throw on to first, and one third baseman grounds out to the other. 1 away.
Fielder number 5,
Carlos Gonzalez will stride forward now. He's bounced out a couple of times already here in the ball game.
Just a little off on his earlier swings, guys. He's got to keep that top hand palm up through contact to keep him rolling over.
And he's squaring around here, but he can't connect. 1 strike. Misses the bunt attempt, and we'll see what's up now on 0-2. And there's a swing and a miss by Gonzalez as he's a strikeout victim here. 2 away.
Oh, you got to like the way he's throwing the ball right now. You get a one-pitch out to start the inning, and then you follow that up with a three-pitch strikeout. He's settling in nicely now.
Victor Martinez digs in. He reached on a single and would later wind up scoring in his last at-bat. Very weakly on the ground, but it's foul, strike one. The windup and the 0-1. Hit sharply on the ground. Uribe has it. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Rockies as they hang on to their 5-3 lead. Michael Brantley will stand in. The strikeout victim his first time and then a base hit last time around. Watches a fastball right there for strike one. Grounded to first. Martinez fields it cleanly, and Martinez will take this one to the bag himself for the out.
First baseman number 44, Justin Bour.
Justin Bour will stand in looking to turn things around. He struck out and bounced into a double play so far. Not such a hot start. On his way to pitch number 75. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2.
Yeah, he's getting some good run on that two-seamer. It's moving better than it was even a few innings ago.
That misses. 1-2.
Here we go on an 0-2 count. All you have to do is start that thing right down the middle of the plate and then just let it work its way in. Hopefully get a swing through or maybe even a shattered bat.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Able to protect the plate with two strikes, and he'll see another one. The 1-2 pitch. 1-2 pitch is a curveball that misses 2-2.
And this is where he gets so tough. He's seen everything you've got, but you've still got to make one more good pitch to get him out.
Hit down the third baseline, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Full count. 3-2.
And you know what, guys? This is a big league battle going on right now. Neither guy wanting to back down. No sign of weakness on either side.
And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are two away now.
Now batting, catcher,
Yan Gomes will come in now with two away, and to this point at least, so much for having the 3-4-5 guys get the rally started.
Yeah, it's been an important inning for that man out there on the mound. He's held his ground, and he may get through the teeth of this lineup, still holding on to that lead.
The cutter runs outside, ball one.
And right now, these guys just need something to break their way. A blooper, a bunt, a hit by pitch. Something to get a base runner and give that guy something else to think about out there.
And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now.
A lot of righty pitchers will throw that two-seamer to right-handed hitters. Make sure that pitch gets inside instead of staying out over the plate. That one ran just a little too much to catch the corner.
Fastball is looked at for strike two.
A little conviction behind that fastball.
Strike three called, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Tribe. Still a two-run deficit. It's 5-3. Tommy Hunter will come on now as he'll start out the bottom of the sixth.
number 24, Tommy Hunter.
Number 27 will take his third shot at it now. He's 0 for 2 thus far here tonight.
Well, what do they say? Third time's a charm? Well, we'll see about that.
chop foul at the plate, strike one. 0-1 count and the pitch. And it's quickly 0-2. Oh, and there's the good curveball as he set down on strikes for the second time here tonight.
And you know what that is right there? That's life in the show, bud. Once teams around the league figure out the book on how to get you out, it can be a real tough adjustment to play at this level.
Striding into the box, Brian Pena. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit up in the zone, and he didn't miss it. He'll be looking for it again right here.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one, 1-0. Now a little pop-up off toward the third base side. And, oh, this one drops. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Grounded to third. Uribe's got it. On to first, and there were two down.
Up next for Colorado, left fielder, Ichiro.
Ready for another shot now. Ichiro Suzuki. He drew a walk his first time up. Chop foul right at home plate. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Brantley has a beat on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Colorado, and it remains 5-3. Welcome back to Coors Field here in Denver. 7th inning coming up now in Game 1 as we take a look there at our game summary through the first 6 innings so far. Juan Uribe is set to get us started for the late innings of this one.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least one back here in this inning.
Here comes the first pitch. Line drive to left, but he'll hardly...
I thought for sure this might be just the thing to get him started, but it hangs up there just long enough to find an outfielder's glove.
Standing in now, Abraham Almonte. As with one away, he can't make contact on the first pitch. It's strike one. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Gonzalez has a read on it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
The right fielder, number
Robbie Grossman will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yep, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
Ooh, he saws him off with that one. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. Indians go down 1-2-3. They're still down 5-3. Marcus Stroman steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th.
Your attention,
Tony
please.
Kemp is up off the
Attention to the
bench
line.
as he'll be asked to get something started in the home half of the 7th. out of the zone for strike one.
So often, playoff baseball comes down to the bullpen, and this is going to be a bullpen game from here on out.
Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
On 0-2, if that's a curveball, a changeup, a sinker, then maybe you get a guy to chase. But it's much easier to lay off a pitch down there when it's a straight fastball. Well, let's take a look at the sequence here on Show Track. The first three pitches, they're all going to be down in the zone. So now you've got the guy thinking he's going to see something else around the knees. Boom. That's when they change the sight level and get that last pitch by him at the letters.
Into the box, Odubel Herrera. Chopped foul over towards the dugout. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Almonte is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2.
The center fielder, number 19.
Charlie Blackmon will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the third inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. That's lifted the other way out to left. Brantley moves over. And the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Rockies as they hang on to their 5-3 lead. Derek Dietrich is going to be asked to get things going here as a lead off the top of the 8th.
Derek Dietrich.
Tsuyoshi Wada will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Wada. Leading off for the Indians.
First pitch is a slider called for a strike.
Dietrich.
Swing and a little tapper. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Well, here's just a classic sequence here as we check it out again on Show Track. A couple of good pitches here to get him ahead 0-2. And then knowing that a hitter's got to protect the outer half when you're down in the count, they turn to the slider that starts in the zone, then breaks out of the zone, and he just can't hold up.
And is the second baseman, Jason Kipnis, as he'll swing and send a line drive out to right field. And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. And he'll pull in there with a 1-out double.
And that's a big double right there, down by 2, but more importantly, that's going to get the tying run to the plate. So we're going to see how they want to handle this defensively now with the open base.
Francisco Lindor will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1.
Anxious moments all over the ballpark now. These folks can hardly bear to watch.
Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. To third, Arenado has it. Throw in time at first for route number 2.
The left fielder, number 23.
So a big moment here and standing in, Michael Brantley. But a single here could reduce the deficit to only one. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Starts him out with a slider for a strike. Tough spot here for a left-handed hitter, facing a guy that's exceptionally tough on lefties.
Yeah, you generally get so many at-bats against right-handed pitching.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Indians leave one. Still a 2-run deficit. It's 5-3. Dan Otero is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Dan Otero.
Nolan Arenado stands in again here with 2 home runs already to his name in this one.
Nolan Arenado.
Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1. Hit to third. Oh, look at Uribe. The throw. It's there. He got him.
Oh, what a play.
The right fielder, number 5.
On a ball hit like that, if you're the pitcher, you're thinking, oh, base hit. But not this time. What tremendous defense out there. Great diving stop, makes the play and gets the out, and the pitcher acknowledges it, and he's happy about it.
Here's Carlos Gonzalez, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. And he pulls back the bunt attempt, 2-0.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four-seam it every once in a while. And when he does, you can forget it.
And Gonzalez is going to leg this one out. It's a bunt single.
Hey, you know what? When you've got a hit streak going, a hit's a hit. It doesn't matter whether it's a line drive, an infield chopper, or a bunt like this. They all get the job done, and they all count. That'll keep it going for one more game.
Here's the switch hitting Victor Martinez as he swings and hits this one fouled off to the right and out of play. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Chopped foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Running is Gonzalez. Protecting with 2 strikes, went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive. And the pitch takes off inside, and it gets away. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
You know, sometimes when you come into the game, the mound on the field is a little bit different than the one out there in the bullpen. I don't know if that affected him here at all. Maybe I'm just making excuses for him, but he hasn't been in the game for all that long, and he's already in court the wild pitch.
The 1-2 pitch. On the ground up the middle. A diving try, but it's through into the outfield. The throw to the plate, and not in time as the run scores.
Well, I don't think they're in the clear just yet, but things are starting to look a little bit better after that at-bat. That makes this a 3-run lead now, 6-3. And now the hope is that the back end of that bullpen can go ahead and just finish this one off.
Number 27 to try and turn it around. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts thus far.
Yeah, he's definitely been scuffling so far in this one, and you've got to have a short memory in this sport, guys, or else games like this will eat at you for weeks.
No contact on the sinker there, and he's behind 0-1.
And in this spot, you got to pitch for the strikeout here. And this is a guy that's gone down twice so far, so you do have that in your favor.
6 runs, 9 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Rockies thus far. fought off at the plate, and will do it again. Bounced softly in front of the plate. Gomes gonna have to hurry in time to first, and there are 2 away. And he'll try to get back now, but it's not gonna work. The throw hangs him out to dry, and that'll end the inning. Couple of hits lead to 1 in the inning for Colorado. We're on to the 9th here in Game 1. Colorado's out in front, 6-3. Welcome back to the 9th inning from Coors Field in Denver as we get a nice shot of the city here tonight. Kicking off the top of the 9th, Justin Bohr, and they'll need him to get something going here. Now time is called as both guys in the bullpen are ready to go. Jake McGee is on now to try to close things down here in the 9th.
Number 51, Jake McGee.
Justin Bohr will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
Oh, and you wonder if maybe he decided beforehand just to take a pitch up there first. Too bad for him because that thing was right down Broadway.
And a good hard slider as this one swung on and missed for the first out here in the 9th. 2 outs away from a victory here that you'd have to say will be a rather convincing one.
You know, Matt, in every phase of the game, hitting, pitching, defense, it all favors the home side here. Top to bottom, they've been the better team.
Yan Gomes will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Hit hard up the middle. And that gets through for a 1-out base hit.
Yeah, really not a bad pitch when you look at it. This is at the knees with some movement. He just uses the center of the diamond and checks in here with a base hit.
Juan Uribe stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Boy, I don't know that I'd want to be facing this guy right now. He looks pretty fired up out there.
Yeah, he looks like he could run that fastball through a brick wall.
On to first, and he rolls the double play ball to end it here as this ball game is over.
And hey, how about 2 for the price of 1 to finish things off here? He gets the double play grounder here to dig himself out of trouble and picks up the save.
And fellas, when you're on the big stage here at the World Series, you want to make sure you bring the A game, and this man right here certainly did. He's our top player of the game.
And Matty, I think you're absolutely right. Sometimes guys get caught up in the pressure of the World Series and their performance suffers, but he was obviously not rattled out there, and he came through in a big way.
So that's a wrap here tonight. Eric Harros, Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, you've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Facebook at MLB The Show. The Rockies come out on top 6-3. Good night from Denver.
Final line score for our ball game tonight for the victorious Rockies. 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors. They left 4 men on base. For Cleveland, 3 runs on 8 hits, no errors. They left 4 men on base. The winning